It's Holy Monday, and Jesus is on his way to Jerusalem from Bethany, but he gets hungry. And it's in this setting where we find two situations that frustrate Jesus. Jesus happens upon a fig tree that looked like it was bearing much fruit because there were so many leaves covering it. But as Jesus got close to it, he recognized that this fig tree had no fruit. And family, nothing frustrates Jesus more than something that's supposed to be fruitful, bearing no fruit. And then the second scene that we find Jesus is, he walks into the temple that was supposed to be filled with people leading people to God through worship. But instead, they were luring people away through the lust of the eye, the pride of life, and through greed. Jesus is frustrated because they were not being faithful to their assignment. And here it is in this text on this Holy Monday. There is an unfruitful fig tree, and there are unfaithful God followers. And I believe that this Holy Week text in Mark chapter 11 and verse 12 through verse number 19 is designed to teach us today that there are two things that frustrate Jesus. Number one, unfruitfulness frustrates Jesus. And number two, unfaithfulness frustrates Jesus. When this fig tree was found unfruitful, the Lord cursed it. When these people in the temple were found unfaithful, he drove them out of the temple. Here's the lesson that I want us to learn from this Holy Monday. Both these settings give us a clue on how to keep from frustrating Jesus. Number one, God wants us to be fruitful. And number two, God wants us to be faithful. So as we think about who Jesus is and all that the Lord has done for us in this season, as we lean into Resurrection Sunday and think critically about who it is that God wants us to reach as a people, remember, God isn't interested in just us having leaves on these trees, but God is interested in us bearing much fruit. But he's also interested in us being very faithful, because there is nothing that frustrates Jesus more than us being unfruitful and being unfaithful.